Hey, everybody. Welcome. There's a lot to talk about. Renier, however you want to pronounce it, has been doxxed, as well as Lewis. It took the farms some time to find Lewis, but Lewis has indeed been found. And yeah, Lewis looks younger than he is all I'm going to say when I look at his Facebook stuff. We got a lot of people in the back. So let's add Ray Ray, let's add Ariana, let's add Natural Ginger. Hello, everybody.
Hey.
Hello. Hi. So Lewis has been found,
Yep.
right?
Okay.
I think Renier is pronounced Rainier, as in Prince Rainier, Monaco. Is that right?
I don't know.
Some people have told me the pronunciation is Renier, but it's spelled Renier.
Yeah, Renier.
Is it Renier or
I suppose
Renier?
it
I don't
depends.
know.
I suppose it's up to him, really.
I guess so. Somebody told me with a Spanish tongue, it's Renier. If it's French, it would
Renier.
be Renier. If it's French, but Renier if it's Spanish. But I have no idea. I'm just here.
I have no idea either.
I don't think it
Yeah.
matters because, well, I don't think he's going to be very long in this story.
Yeah. This one's Opal.
Oh,
Hello,
so
Opal.
cute. Opal. Aw. So, Ariana, what are your thoughts on this whole thing?
So I'm a little bit out of the game because I had to work overtime this week, and then I had a migraine. Like I get these chronic migraines, and I was in
Me
bed
too.
for about 2 days, and I'm trying to catch up, but I don't know. So the Renee or Ren, however you say it, he's the one that came to her room. Is that
Yes.
okay?
Supposedly, yeah.
I mean, he could easily lose his job by doing that. I don't think he would risk it for Chantal. I mean, maybe I'm wrong, but
But
that seems
we're
unlikely.
that's true. We're assuming he actually did go to her room though. Remember, Food Beauty first said they kissed, and all of a sudden she got it in. And I'm like, really, from 0 to 60? So did he even go to her room, or did she wait 45 minutes to hop back online and be like, oh yeah, I totally made out with him?
Yeah,
I have
could
no
be.
idea.
Yeah. But see, to me though, even like saying, especially on her YouTube, like, oh yeah, he came, if he didn't, like that right there in itself, if somebody sees that, can get him in trouble just saying he came. So like either way, either way, she shouldn't have put all that online, I feel like, because either way it can get him in trouble.
Yeah, I think what Kaya said though was accurate though, like how quickly the farms found this guy. It was she said the people at Kiwi Farms, their talents are wasted over there. They should be working for the FBI or something because it's
Yeah, I saw
amazing.
that.
I
Yeah.
know. I wish they'd find Summer Wells.
True. Yes. True.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, Stitchcraft, she claimed at lunch that she got it in, and it was very nice. Is her exact wording. Very nice.
I bet it wasn't.
Yeah, I missed this morning's stream. I woke up and I was just like so out of it. I had to go back and take a nap. So yeah, I missed what happened this morning on the stream.
Yeah, I did too. So she said last night that she definitely didn't hook up with him, and then this morning she changed the story.
Pretty much.
Yes, I think so.
Yeah.
I missed a lot of last night as well. I wasn't really around for much, so I missed a whole lot. I'm just going from what I've heard today from Monty and chat. But I think she said they kissed, but as of this morning, I found out that it was more. Is that right, Monty?
That is indeed correct. Last night she said that they kissed. Then all of a sudden, lunchtime, she's like, "Oh, they got it in. It was very nice."
I don't believe that they did. With everything, with her coming on last night and raging and all that, I just feel like it didn't happen, or if it did, it wasn't very nice, like she claimed, because I don't feel like she would have been coming on like that. So
She wasn't basking in the afterglow, was she? As though we'd rocked her world. I think she
yeah,
was just bent over some furniture and rogered, if that happened. And he probably didn't touch the fupa. So she was
yeah.
unfulfilled. But I don't know, it fulfilled and needing her somewhere. I don't know why. I can't, oh my goodness, I don't know why she does that to herself. I really don't. I can't see any point of that at all. Yeah, has there been times when you've met somebody? I mean, I have very few times where I've seen somebody completely knocked off my feet, and they have been too, and it's been a total connection straight away. And then things happen quickly, shall we say? But just to be the first one that hangs his coat on the back of your door, no.
I could see that though. Like he comes in and it's just like, all right, I'm out, and then you're just like so disappointed. I can see that.
I bet he just dropped his drawers, and he probably didn't get. I can see it. I don't want to, but I can see it in my brain. But we never know. It could have been a fantastic experience, but I will bet you it was not.
Yeah, I don't think that anything happened, but I from what we know of Chantal, she doesn't have the most healthy idea or understanding of relationships and men, and I think she gets like love and sex kind of confused, and I don't think anything happened, but I'm not sure. I wouldn't put anything past her. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, it's one of those things with her that's just like you really never know, because it's her. You don't know.
Also, let me bring up the fact that people have been saying it seems as if Renier is married. I'm looking through it. Of course, it's all in a language I am not accustomed to, but I'm not sure if somebody can point me to, if they know what his Facebook is, where it suggests that he's married. Let me take a look at the comments, because somebody said it was in the comments. It's suggesting that he is a married man.
I believe that could be a possibility. Maybe she's something she hasn't considered or doesn't care about.
I was gonna say, honestly, with Chantal, I don't think she cares. Like, either she just assumes that everybody who's working and is hitting on her is single because they're hitting on her, or she just doesn't care at all and it's just like, screw it, literally.
Yeah, I don't think she has much consideration for other people's thoughts, ideas, opinions, feelings other than her own.
Especially since it's like a place she's not from. So she's like, oh, well, I'm just here for the week, so it doesn't matter. But like some ladies, I mean, if they truly care, I mean, they'll find her because,
But it seems so sordid to go with the first one, and then she gets in she has got no what's the word? I can't think of the word now. Anyway, what I'm trying to say is she just doesn't care who it is, does she? Unless they actually look good in her eyes.
And that may be because she's just trying to make Natter jealous. I mean,
of course, yeah, you're right about that, Ariana.
She's so obsessed with that. And you can tell because as soon as I was watching Kaya's stream last night, and as soon as he went live, this is like super late in the, afternoon or evening, morning. As soon as he went live, she went on with this fake rage. It was like this rage. It was set up to be a rage stream. And so everyone left his chat, went to her chat, and then she wasn't even really upset about anything. She was just kind of laughing about things. Like it was an obvious ploy just to get people over to her channel.
And I honestly don't think that Natter's like watching her like she thinks, like she's watching him. Like I don't think it's like that. I mean, I could just be me, I mean, I don't like Nat or anything, but I honestly don't think he's like every single video, everything she's doing, like, oh my God, I just don't think that's the case with him. But
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't think that he thinks of Chantal very much at all. Like, I mean, unless, she's trying to, wedge herself into his life. He's just kind of trying to move on, and if, she shows up, I think he's like, oh, okay, an opportunity to get more money maybe, but even that is stupid if like if he really does have like these charges or this no contact order. That's very dumb, but I mean, I don't think he's the smartest guy in the world.
yeah. Yeah, and I caught the whole rage thing this morning when I first woke up, and like the whole thing to me, especially as a bigger person, like I just found the whole thing to be really hilarious. I'm not gonna lie, because like she's still stuck on this whole, well, people think that I can't find someone, or I can't, be with someone or whatever because I'm big, but I'm hot and everybody loves me and this and that. Like nobody is, like, maybe a few people, but not everybody is equating you being big to you being ugly, and that's why you don't get a man. It doesn't work that way. You're a crap
No, it
human
doesn't.
being, and you think that you can throw money around. Like she was saying, that one person was saying, like, oh, people just want Chantal for money and this and that. It's because you're throwing your money around everywhere in Cuba, and so yeah, people want your money in Cuba because they know you have money. Like that's the way it works. So yeah, when I saw that.
Oh, Ray
Oh,
Ray, where
oh, we
you
might
go?
lost Ray Ray. We also got to talk about the virtue signaling that just happened an hour ago
Okay.
with Nader feeding Dee Dee's mom. Man, it was like I've never seen cringe like I seen that cringe on
Oh.
like Nader's level. But Ray Ray, can continue. You cut off, so maybe repeat your point.
Oh, no, yeah, I don't know where I was cut off, but I was just saying, yeah, she's throwing around this money in Cuba, and that's where I could see like that comment from that person where her saying like, oh, the people just want her for money. Well, that makes sense, especially in Cuba, if she's just throwing her money around and people see that, they know she has money. So that comment to me made sense. Yeah, the people there probably just want her for her money because they know she has money.
Oh,
So,
yeah, cool.
yeah.
It's the same problematic behaviour if she was slender or whatever. It's nothing to do with the size or anything like that. It's her, isn't it? Oh, weird noises.
By the
Yes,
way,
but
everybody.
you were.
Oh, sorry, Natural Ginger. I'll go ahead. Go ahead.
No, you carry on. Carry on,
Okay.
Monty.
I thought you wanted to talk shite, Natural Ginger. Go ahead.
Oh, there's plenty of time for that. Every
Okay.
time I open my mouth, I talk shite. So
Okay. All right. I was gonna say Foodie Booty is gonna do an album, and the first song's gonna call Starfish. Is it gonna go something like this? I'm a starfish. Look what you got. I'm sorry, I can't do it.
a starfish with 4
Yeah,
legs.
instead of Starboy, it's Starfish, and then when it goes, look
Oh
what you got,
God.
and then she puts up a nashi, like, look what you got, it's a nashi.
Oh,
I'm just
That'd
so
be
wrong.
classic.
and I missed it last night, but I had your stream on. I was doing something else. And when I came back, my husband said to let you know that you're a great person, but rapping may not be your forte. I guess you were
Oh,
rapping or something at one point. And he was,
Listen, it was the chingy. Oh, what you doing eating nashis at the Holiday Inn? That song. I think it was pretty good. Come on. That's a
too.
banger. Bringing 2003 back.
I just know that when she sees what Natter and Dee Dee did at her mom's facility, assisted living facility, which I have to add, Dee Dee must come from money because that was a bang ass.
It was the pianos, the library,
Oh
the
my
pool
God, the whole
tables. I'm
thing.
like,
That was, and her room even was
what are
as
you paying per month?
decorated.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Dee Dee comes from money. Somebody has money somewhere. But when hippie when I just looked at my name. When Chantel sees that, she is going to blow a freaking gasket. Absolutely, because he was all playing like I'm the son-in-law, and here I am cooking for my mama and my mama-in-law, and I'm feeding her, and yeah, Chantel's gonna
And
blow a freaking gasket.
exactly. And he seems too familiar with the brother as if they've talked before.
Absolutely, it was like everybody knew everybody.
So does this lend credence to the theory that Dee Dee has been in Adder's life for like 10 years? Didn't they? That was like a
I don't
plot?
think so.
No.
I don't know about that. It's still hard to believe. I do think Dee Dee was cow tipping. She saw the peen that was seen on the farms when he was, showing the pictures to everybody. She got an idea in her head. But that's just my opinion.
Could
I
be.
really don't think they've known each other for 10 years. But what does everybody think? What are your thoughts? Did they know each other for 10 years?
I don't
No.
think so.
I don't think so.
I don't even think I care.
Yeah, me too. I've not really put that much thought into it. I mean, they could have been. He might have known people that knew her fella, I don't know. Or wasn't it the story that they used to work at the same place? He worked in the canteens.
No, it seems to be some server at a place that was in Montreal. I think it was in La Salle area of Montreal, and she used to go with her ex-beau, which she was married to, but it was a long-term partner.
Yeah, they were
And
together.
he would put them onto the fish. How ironic that fish keeps showing up as
The
a topic.
starfish.
Yes. But yeah, that's how they both say they met. I remember when I showed that video. What was it called again? Something 35. Where he was a lot younger, a lot healthier, full of vigor, and then it all went downhill from there. It was from 2012. That video. Let me look it up. Maybe we'll play it again.
I missed I missed the Dee Dee Mama Dee Dee video with them. I gave it a big body swerve because I thought it'd be too cringy. Was it
I
bad?
honestly don't watch his videos, so I didn't see it either.
It was kind of cringy, and then it wasn't. I mean, Mama Dee Dee looks like a very, very sweet lady, and she looks like Dee Dee. I mean, I now know where Dee Dee came from. Absolutely, that's her mama. They're
Right, yeah.
They're the same size. They have the same facial features, especially when he doxed her young picture out on her before they went inside her room. She looked just like Dee Dee, and but yeah, that was a very nice place. If that's what places are like in Canada, when I get old and decrepit, I want to be sent to Canada. So, well, I already want to be sent to Canada, but anyway, that's a whole different story. So,
It looks expensive. Like the entire place looked
very,
like.
very.
Yeah.
Because I know the places here in our part of the U.S., and we are a very inexpensive place in the U.S. in Texas. The places are not near that nice, and they go for like $3,500 a pop for something way less than what Mama Dee Dee was sitting in. So, yeah.
Is that Baba Nadie?
That's
old.
that's 90 years ago.
Mm.
So we officially have some sort of proof that he was a chef at one point.
Yeah, that's him right there years ago. I would believe this is the place that they met. If they actually met 10 years ago, I highly doubt it because this video is 9 years old. Let me take a look. How old is this? This was posted the 2nd of July, 2012. That's how old it is. And that's him right there. Yeah, young Natty.
Is this for a restaurant or prison? I can't tell. Sorry.
Day release. It's day release.
Yeah, it's day release program.
I think it's a market, isn't it, that does prep food.
Yeah, it's like you go to the different areas of this like food market store and you just get whatever you want. So yeah, there we go again. I
Yeah, I'm
think
pretty
he was
sure
just
they
a
don't
prep.
eat this good at a prison. If they do, then maybe I'm going to go out and do something.
Oh, this was long before his prison days. This was
Yeah.
when he was,
Exactly.
and he was new to the country, and he was learning. This was probably the time when he was working all the hours that God sends, as he would used. Well, he has told. Oh, I can't get my words out. He has told us that he used to really work his balls off to get a grip on life in Canada. So this is probably it.
Yeah.
What happened, Naddy? What happened? Was it your temper? Was it your covert narcissism that got the better of you? Anyway, we won't be bothered if it wasn't anything to do with Chantal. So you were saying, Monty, that she went off the last live, so she could go and watch this.
Yes, she's been doing that over and over and over again. She's very passive aggressive with many things. Either she's outright aggressive when she wants to, but with Nader, it's more passive where she'll try and take views away from him, like with the fake raging, like Ray said about super early this morning, or she'll immediately get offline to go watch his live stream if she has no idea what people are talking about. So yeah, that's exactly what she's been doing. And his virtue signaling was like cringe level. Okay, you were supposed to apologize, but you didn't. So you're a narcissist allegedly, and then you put out an apology video when you don't apologize. Then you virtue signal by going with Dee Dee to see her mom that you seem to be already familiar with, and then feed her. It was like so cringe. You should see it, Natural Ginger. It was bad.
Was the chicken pink? I hope it didn't poison Mama Dee Dee.
And he was like, "Oh, it's something he cooked super early in the morning, like he cooked at like 5 a.m. or something." And then
it was congealed.
Ew. Oh my god.
We didn't get to
oh
see
boy,
it. Actually,
it looked like some sort of meatballs. I don't know. Can somebody
Oh, it
confirm
would
what it
have to
was?
be, wouldn't it?
manicotti. One dish was manicotti, and one dish was chicken and rice.
Oh yes, you're right, because they were talking about a type of rice. Okay, thank you,
It was
Ista.
basmati, by the way.
Yeah.
And that's only because I'm a true foodie, not like foodie beauty foodie. I'm a foodie. You know, I like food, real food, expensive.
You are
food.
discerning with your food.
I'm discerning with my food. There you go. Thank you, Natural Ginger.
Well,
So,
I just found, that was the word I was searching for ages ago, but my old brain.
There you go. We'll figure it out.
Well, she isn't a foodie, is she? I mean, and she's no beauty.
No,
my
she's
goodness.
neither. She knows fast food. Now, if she'd call herself fast food foodie, that I would go along with, but she doesn't even branch out there. She only goes to one or two places. So, you know.
Well, I have to correct you now, hippies, because she has turned over a new leaf, and when she returns to Canada, she's going to be eating naturally and healthily and keeping off the weight that she's lost and not taking any edibles or smokables and drinkables.
Yes, and I'm Santa Claus. Just
Actually,
y'all know. So send me your what you want for Christmas.
I will. I want a tartan bra. There you go. So, oh, your nails are lovely. Yes. So she's going to be healthy. Nah, I don't think any of us believe that. What's chat saying?
Yeah. Did she say she was going to give up the edibles when she got home?
Yeah.
I was just gonna say, and I cut out. I keep cutting out, stupid internet. Anyways, she did say, I think it was yesterday or the day before, that she might not give it up completely. She might have every once in a while, but it's not going to be like it was before. I specifically remember seeing something where she did say that in one of her lives. So she corrected on that.
Right, okay. So she's going for a sort of little break, little detox before she retoxes. And so she can get a better hit, which is the wrong way to go about a detox, I suppose.
I don't think that she likes the food at the resort. I know it's a little off topic, but I don't think she likes the food there. She doesn't seem to be. I think she's used to more, I don't know, like fast food
Portion
type.
control, isn't it, Ariana? Have you noticed that that because they're serving, her portions are small?
That's true too. Yeah.
It's not filling her up as much as her fast food 4 or 5 times a day would be. It's not, because, as someone who has, gone from eating fast food multiple times a day to cutting back to eating, regular food, it's not, I can tell you for a fact, it's not, she probably doesn't like it, and it's definitely not filling her up as much as her fast food would be, like, at all.
Yeah, very true. Yeah, the huge portions. And the thing that she liked the most was that I've seen it was the pasta, which is probably the closest to like, Uber Eats type thing that she would be getting at home. And yeah, I that might be the reason if she's lost any weight that she might be losing weight. That and the walking and the sweating.
I'm going to say I think she has, because of the walking and just with her face and around her chin area, neck area. I've been seeing the neck more. Well, I've been seeing the neck, let's put it that way. And I think she has lost a little bit of weight. Yes, I do. I'll give her that. So that's a good thing.
Yeah, I can definitely see that.
Couldn't she go back and get as much as she wanted? I mean, that's her own fault if she's not full.
I think
it
honestly
means moving more. Sorry, yeah, go on, Ray.
Well, no, I was going to say, I think honestly it has to do with a couple things. The fact, like Natural Ginger, I think, was starting to say, like the moving more, you have to keep going back and forth. Plus, her men who think she's hot and call her beautiful all the time are watching her all the time. Don't you know? They're servers and they're watching her. So she doesn't want to sit there and stuff her face and pig out because, well, Lewis brought her a big old cake. But I mean, besides that, like, I feel like those are two things that might have something to do with it to me. So,
yes, and the chewing, with revolting chewing that she does, the open mouth talking, the open mouth chewing, the burping, the loud farting, the shouting and eye rolling and the shushing. That's all gone, hasn't it? From she says she's doing it for her audience, but she's not. So she can control it, and she can breathe through her nose when she eats because she's proved it all week.
Yep, very true.
Jessica from the chat you just had, has she been putting up more community posts?
Not in the past hour, but as Jessica said, they're all pretty much directed towards Nader and the entire situation with him. Also, if you don't know, May has posted a video each a few minutes on the 30th of March and the 2nd of April. So I haven't actually checked. Maybe I should check again because she's been very active in a very passive way, kind of giving her 2 cents on this situation. So the latest one was 4 minutes and 44 seconds from posted yesterday.
Yes. I'm beginning to really take May seriously. And the reason for it is, the video where she was, I think she was out of the car window and she was filming the sea or whatever, I can't really remember now. And she was saying that she'd been in touch with people up there who were upset and worried about what he's been saying and that. And I think she's got together with maybe women that have had a problem with him beforehand, maybe ex-girlfriends that have got court orders, because he's moving back to the playing ground where all this happened, isn't he? He's now back in Montreal. So I think she's in touch with that group there, and that's, she's calling them her sisters and everything because they're sending lots of evidence to their different detectives. So
can I say one thing? I might out myself here, but
careful.
Right. There let's go back to the whole dumb thing with Nether, right? He says he's a dumb, but he really isn't. He doesn't know about sub drop. He doesn't know about aftercare. There's a lot of guys who think they're doms or masters when they're not. There's a lot of guys who do a lot of very unsafe practices in the community. And also, a lot of these guys, if you really Google their first and last name, the type of news articles that come up, that's why I say it's actually one of the protocols that a lot of people should do is a quick Google search, to be honest with you, because the amount of times I see forms of, oh, I went out with this guy, he did some really strange things to me, I wasn't uncomfortable, he wouldn't stop. And then they were like, oh, then I Googled his name, and then all these court records came up of what he was doing, and he's not even supposed to use the internet. And I'm like, why didn't you do that in the first place before you met up with him? It's like, why are you doing this backwards? Like, after you meet up with the guy, you find out that he's had a history of abuse. So, this is what I'm saying, that one of the things people need to do is do that simple Google search, because sometimes it can save you a lot of headache in the long run, because there's many communities where it's like, be safe, New York State, or be safe Ontario, or be safe British Columbia, be safe, California or LA, where there's just postings after postings of certain types of guys that are very um negative towards certain communities, especially when it comes to kink and BDSM and all those things. So you really have to know what you're doing. Even if you're new, you gotta check these forms out. You gotta be where you just gotta do the right thing so that you're safe. Because I've heard a lot of horror stories of people really people are given their words for things that are kind of uncomfortable, which is like a yellow or a red. Like, these are like my things that are red for me, but yet these guys will blow through those types of things. So yeah, there's a lot more to this I can talk about maybe another time, but that's just my 2 cents on the whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
I still don't think El Shami is his last name, but that's just me. Maybe it is, maybe it isn't. I did say that El Shami means from 11. We haven't heard much about or the right articles of the whole slashing thing, and I do think that his name would be in the news because that's rather serious to slash two people. So
Mm-hmm.
maybe I'm having a hard time finding those articles because his last name really isn't El Shami.
Maybe he's dropped it because he went to prison with a different name.
Yeah,
Maybe it's
probably.
part of, maybe it's part of his name. Maybe he's got a long name with lots of different, but his
Correct.
actual surname is something else, and he's just dropped off that. El Shami is his name. It's part. I've got several names myself, and you could use any of them and they be your name. You don't have to
Right.
reveal it, do you? That's a
Exactly.
possibility. As a sort of
And
devious.
again, yeah, and
Yes.
and Monty, you're giving her way too much credit. She doesn't even Google to see what she's supposed to do when she goes to a communist country. So she isn't going to, Google to find out what the background of a human being is that she's hooking up with. She just is happy she's hooking up.
It's so weird because she's online all the time. You'd think that, it would take 2 seconds, but then again, it takes 2 seconds to cancel HelloFresh. So I don't know. I don't know what to expect.
Yeah.
See, and
Oh,
that
Ariana, I laughed out loud, literally. That was hysterical. 2 seconds to cancel HelloFresh. Yes, I've been there, done that.
Yeah.
But that's I was gonna say that's one thing that one of the things I like about living in California, because I don't like California, but you can literally, because like with California, they literally like everything gets posted online somewhere, whether it's Facebook, somewhere in the news, like unless it's someone underage who committed the crime, things get posted. There's CP forums and groups. Like you can find out everything that happened basically. And so that's one thing that I really like about living here is if you were to Google someone's name, you would find out basically if they did anything without having to pay for background checks or whatever, because everything
Mm.
basically is so out there. Like they just put everything out there. So that's one thing that I do like about living here. You can find out anything about anyone basically.
It's very similar here too. I know I'm very, very privileged in the fact that I've never had to have that problem with and find out background on a boyfriend. I've known they're problematic anyway, and I've still gone ahead with it. Hey, but I have found out things about a neighbour that I was having problems with, and you just have to Google it, and it all comes through. But obviously, Canada is not like that. Like, is that true? Yeah, you can't find things. You can't get court records or
Yeah, you can't find things. The only way you can find things if it's not a media ban. So if it's like high profile or medium profile, something serious, then the names will be, put like, like David Smith was charged with this and this and this, and he had to go to like court in London, Ontario for these charges, blah, 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 blah. You can search for that, but typically you won't be able to search through official records or anything like that. It would have to be like news articles.
And I wonder how journalists work. Do they have special privilege? Do you think so they can write these articles, or do you think?
Yeah, well, we also have freedom of the press, right? So same with
Yeah.
you guys over there. So the same thing here, like we have the right to information.
Okay, Monty, can you? I'm not saying names necessarily, but here in Texas, we can say, "Where are all the sexual predators around me?" Can you do that, and then bring up a map that shows that maybe your next door neighbor is a sexual predator? I mean, you don't have to know the name. There's the names aren't there. It's just where are they located around me?
Yeah, I was wondering that too, if they have that in Canada.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, that is a hotly debated topic for years. Officially, the National Sex Offender Registry can only be accessed by law officials in Canada.
Oh,
A lot of
okay.
people are saying it needs to be open so that it can be freely, parsed, searched, so that people are aware of who lives in their area.
Correct. And what's the big deal here is if there are predators close to schools. That's a very big deal. And
Yeah, I
things
know
like
here in California, you're not allowed.
Oh,
Oops, we lost Ray
you're
Ray once
frozen again,
again.
Ray Ray.
Yeah, when she comes back, we'll have to
I'll
like
just
let
say
her.
in here it's like that too. I imagine, or the same. But then we have like problems with people going after the wrong people. Get the names of people on a register. Like we had one thing where a family of pediatricians. There was a wife and a husband pediatricians, and some numpty read it wrong. They saw pediatrician and thought it was paedophile, and so went and terrorized them and broke all their windows. It's crazy, but I think it's a good thing to have.
Ray, where you were saying something, but you actually paused.
Yeah, I keep cutting out. But no, I was saying, I know here in California, I don't know the distance, but I know that if you're registered in the registry for like CP or whatever, that you can't live within a certain distance from schools. And that's one of the reasons why they make you, well, obviously they want to know where you're at, but that's also one of the reasons why they make you, like every time you move, you have to let them know because they want to make sure that you're not in a certain distance from schools, childcare services, like things like that. So, yeah.
Gotcha, Ray Ray. Hey, Kim Possible. Hey, everybody. Smash that like button. It takes a lot of work for me to be here all the time, practically. So it would be nice if you would hit that like button for me. I would really appreciate that. Also, I should say my third channel still has a contest. It finishes in 4 days. So check that out if you want to. We've been talking about Foodie Beauty as well as Nader. We've talked, I guess, a lot of things. It seems where Dee Dee's mom is at is a assisted living, I do believe, and it seems very fancy. She's paying thousands of dollars for that
Yeah,
place. So,
absolutely.
for
I would
sure.
go live there for sure.
Yeah,
I
it's
mean,
amazing. It's clean. It's
library.
nice.
It had a library. It had a. I mean, she even had a big screen TV in her room when he turned around once. I mean, you talk about doxed. They doxed everything. That we got to see her whole room and the whole place actually.
And her whole
So
name.
yeah, and if you were somebody, I guess, that lived there in Montreal, and you know it's close to Dee Dee's residence, you know, I can't think it's hard to put two and two together. I hope, God, I would hope that no one would bother an old lady, an older lady in a assisted living. God, please, please,
I
God, I'm
hope so.
begging. Uh, but you know, there's crazies out there.
Nice. So
And go ahead.
no, I just wanted to ask about the raging that Chantal did about over. I think it was her aunt that sent her a message this morning. Is that right? Did that?
I'm not sure if it was the aunt, the sister, or the mom. It could be either one of them. I was thinking that it was the aunt, could be the mom or the sister.
I
See, and
think
I,
it could be the aunt.
my money's on sister.
What did the message say? Does anyone know?
It was Chantal basically was saying, "I'm sick of people trying to control what she's doing from far away. I wanted to go out and meet this person, and I think well, say it was the aunt. She'd said that she wanted Chantal to go to this show that was on at the resort, but she didn't do it because she was arsing about with the guys and, you know, obviously starfishing. And the rage overnight, I think, was it last night? I can't remember now. I think the family had watched or had seen it and had been sending her a note saying, "What the hell are you doing, woman?" And she's obviously, being food, is biting back. That's what I gleaned from it. Is that basically what it is? Let's see what chats say.
I think it was over what Jessica said. Someone in her family wanted to film the show, like the nighttime singing and dancing thing. Somebody in
All
her family
right.
wanted her to film that, and she was snapping back that, don't get pissy with me just because I didn't film it, because I'm on vacation and I can do whatever I want. Basically, is how she was snapping back. Maybe
Yeah.
her family did see the raging. I can't say yay or nay towards that. I'm pretty sure that they hear about it or they kind of see it, because I'm sure there's still people trying to contact maybe her mom, maybe her aunt, maybe her uncle, maybe her sister. There's a lot of people who will reach out to these people, even though I personally would not be doing that. People find it appropriate that they should. I don't know why, but they have their own reasoning.
I can see that her family, you know, her mother or her sister, or definitely auntie, because she seems more worldly and outspoken. The impression that I get, she might be alluding to the fact that Chantal was putting herself in a dangerous position, and Chantal being Chantal's going, "I'm going to do what I want. No one will tell me what to do." Kind of the usual thing that she can say. That's all.
It's got to
I
be
mean,
exhausting to have. Oh, sorry, Natural Ginger.
no, carry on, Ariana.
I was just gonna say it has to be exhausting to have Foodie as one of your relatives, like a daughter or a sister. It's gotta be exhausting just hearing about all of this trauma all the time, and then there's long periods of time where she doesn't talk to you, and you have to find out what's happening in her life through her YouTube channel, and then it's a whole thing. It's just got to be exhausting.
And amen to both of y'all, because I think whoever it was that was trying to get her to film the show was trying to get her to film the show so she wouldn't have some strange man come to her room. That's
Yeah,
what you
they
said.
were doing
I mean,
it with peace and
that's what
love,
you
weren't
said.
they? They were, yeah.
I mean, any way they could save her from however many thousand miles away. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, I do. I mean, I would. If it was, my goodness, if Chantal was a member of my family, ooh, dear me, they must be. They've seen it all over the years, I'm sure. But yeah, I think they were trying to steer her in the right direction with the distractions, but she was heavily into the chorizo, and she wanted a slurp on the chorizo.
Oh, gross.
Sorry, guys.
True, but gross.
Okay.
Yeah, I honestly think that has a lot to do with it, though. Her not wanting to miss out on the guys, so she's like, yeah, and like
Natural,
her family wanting to distract her. Sorry.
yeah, Natural Ginger. Thank you again for another mental picture because I really like soy chorizo, and I think I now can't look at chorizo the same way again. So you, my dear, are really helping with my diet.
I like to paint pictures with words.
And you're very good at it, Natural Ginger. You really should write.
I think just think of me whenever you see a chorizo. And my hair is chorizo coloured at the moment, so there you go.
That would be okay because you're you're a buddy.
Yeah, I remember what seems like forever ago when I was watching the live stream when she met Frank for the first time, and she was driving on her birthday on the way to meet Frank. I was watching this in real time, and I had this feeling, like this sinking feeling. I was like, oh my God, what if something happens to her? Like, she doesn't know this guy. And, in one way it's like, okay, good. She's live. I mean, so maybe that will deter him from doing anything nefarious. But then at the same, I'm like, we could see something really dark and really scary in real time. And it just blew my mind when I saw that. I remember that so clearly.
My default reaction now is to feel that and think that and then say, but we are talking about Chantal here, and she gets away with everything. She always becomes unstuck. It's quite amazing. So I know what you mean, and that concern is there. But if anybody had to say, well, what do you think the chances are? She'll be all right. She'll just make a fool of herself, or nothing will happen. That's it. But she'll be fine. She'll be raging or slurring later on that day.
See, and for me, honestly, like I say, I don't want anything to happen to Chantal or her people. I don't want anything bad to happen to anybody. Well, I don't want to say that, but I don't want anything bad to happen to them. But also for me, it's like in my mind, I just keep like crashing with myself because it's like on one hand, it's like I really don't want to see anything bad happen to her or anything. But on the other hand, it's like she's been warned so many times by so many people about the things that she does. So it's just like, for me, it's just like a clash of like, well, do I feel sorry for her, or, really is it her fault because she's been warned so many times, if that kind of makes sense. So
yeah, that makes sense. At the moment now, I do not feel sorry for her. I am not bothered about her. I have got no concern for her. It'll change. Something will happen, and I'll be thinking, "Oh my God, Chantal, come on, pull yourself together." But at the moment, I've up to my eyebrows in. I'm sick of her. I really am, and but I know what you mean about the clash, because it goes against our natures, and I think that's the right feeling, because we all feel like that. She's the one that doesn't feel like that, and we can't all be wrong, surely. It's
No,
we're
we're
a good
not.
cross section of society, but we all seem to have the basic fundamentals about safety and deportment and how
Moral.
you just are, morals, and how you just are as a woman.
how you just behave in public, maybe. Oh, and I just about lost it today when she was like, there are these darker blue places in the ocean, and then there's these lighter blue places in the ocean. And somebody in her chat told her, yes, Chantal, the darker blue places are deeper than the lighter blue places. And I thought, oh my God, this woman's going to drown. She doesn't even understand that. How can you be 38 years old and not understand that? I'm lost.
But she hasn't got any curiosity, has she? She hasn't got any social curiosity, anything like that. Like Ariana was saying about going online and finding out things, and that it doesn't immediately affect her then. It's, we can be taken down rabbit holes or anything from cryptids to knitting without any needles. And I go on some massive rabbit holes because I'm always looking at things and reading different things and juggling, and I've got a lot of information in my head, and it's not in the right order, but it is there. It's because, whoops, I just dropped my iPad. It's because
You're
I'm
curious.
taking things that, I'm curious. I'm taking
You're
things in all the time.
intellectual. You
But
want education.
she hasn't got that. She hasn't
No.
got, now a lot, some people don't, but she hasn't got it in a massive way about a lot of things. She didn't know that there was a genocide war in Yugoslavia in the 90s and stuff. There's so many things that she's proved her ignorance just about life on Earth. That
I still don't think she has a clue that Cuba's a communist country. I really don't. I do not think she has a clue.
I don't think she knows what a communist country is.
Well, okay, you're even, yes, I'll go along with that. I was giving her some slack.
Yeah, that sense of wonder is not there with her. She is not curious about the country that she's in, or wanting to go off of the resort. I think she's mentioned it once or twice because people in her chat have brought it up, but I don't think that she's interested in doing that. She just likes, sort of that sense of security and sort of predictability in her life. And she's not curious, and it's I don't know. And some people are like that, and that's okay. But I don't know.
She's like that to the nth degree, isn't she? I mean, she is the mother of all uncurious people. It's just a pea rattling around in her head. I know it sounds a cruel thing to say, but it's just cat's nada, food. That's it. It's not really.
Yep.
Yeah, Clark Key says she only cares about chasing dopamine. You're right, Clarky. She's addicted.
That's true.
To excess and immediate gratification, whether that's
Absolutely.
with food, fellas, shopping, sleeping, drugs.
Yeah, very true.
That's it.
But Ariana, she said this morning that she was going to travel everywhere because she wanted to dive into the culture.
Oh, yes. I think I remember her saying something about tasting all the different chorizos of the world. Yes, you're right. You're true.
And she wanted to be culturally aware. Sorry, I cannot. That was a hard word. Sorry. I mean, she was not culturally aware here in Cuba. God, there's so many wonderful things I would love to do in Cuba. I would love to see all those beautiful old 50s Chevys that they have kept alive forever. I mean, they have got to be the best mechanics in the whole world. And she says she watches travel videos. If she's watched Mark Wiens or Anthony Bourdain or any of them, they are so respectful.
Yes. Rick Steves is another one. Trash Boat and Trash Boat brought it up before. And yeah, Rick Steves is a wonderful like tour guide, writes all these wonderful books and has a great show. It was on Hulu, I think, for a while. That's a good one to look up if anyone's interested.
I will definitely do that because I've never heard of him, but because I love all of that, and I love to see what the foods are, even if I wouldn't eat them. And I love to see what the culture's like. I mean, and they are so respectful. She has been so disrespectful as far as I'm concerned. I don't know what anybody else thinks, but she has just been so disrespectful.
Yeah, like Great Grebo had said before, like hola, mucho. It's a little, I mean, I don't know if it's disrespectful, but it's definitely cringy. It's very cringy.
Yeah, I wonder like how much like the people there actually think like that. Like I wonder if they think it's disrespectful of like what she's doing and saying, you know, because to us it's like it's cringy, but I wonder if to them it's like this. I'll say it because I'm white, but they're probably like, oh, this big white bitch. Like, what is she? Oh, but yeah, like what is she doing? You know what I'm saying? Like, I wonder if they feel that way.
I feel bad for the people in the rooms next to her when she's raging. And I mean, at one point she was like kind of like yelling in her room at 2 a.m., 3 a.m., whatever time it is. And these poor people are just trying to be on vacation and sleep. And she's just yelling away at her phone. It's sad.
And Lord, think if they had kids, because this is a place that has kids. And if kids get woken up in the middle of the night, oh Lord. I mean, mine's 32, so I can't say anything anymore, but I've been there, done that, and you don't want your little kid woken up in the middle of the night, because then you're woken up in the middle of the night and you're going to have to deal with it. And that's not a vacation. That's like, you might as well be at home. At home, you can make it work. Here you can't, because you got some nut job over here screaming about God knows what, a threesome that they're then going to have to explain to their 10-year-old because they don't know what a threesome is. I'm sorry. This whole thing has just been bizarre.
Well, I would hope and think that by now, like, because she was there, like, yelling about it on the first day. So I would hope by now they would have went to the front desk and like, hey, can we switch rooms? The lady next to us is a little something else. Because, yeah, that's a lot.
Yeah, I would hope so.
So what do we think is going to happen tonight? Is it going to be karaoke?
Well, a lot of things can happen. Either karaoke
Or chokey.
Yeah, either that with Luis or with Renier, however you want to pronounce it again.
It might be spit roasts with
Ooh,
both of them.
you never know, right?
Well, why
That
not?
does happen.
When in Rome or Cuba or wherever they are.
Well,
Mhm.
she just did it a weekend ago. She's got to make it 2 in a row.
Well, yeah. We all know that she was the pile of novels in a Dee Dee and Natty Daddy bookend sort of situation type deal.
She's tried it one way with
Yeah.
with those people, and now she's got to try it another way. So, if you know what I mean.
I want to know whether she kept her wig on or whether he knocked it off, because anyone worth his salt would be if you knock your wig off in the middle of sex, wouldn't they? Wouldn't they really? Something that greasy, or at least grab it and get
Right. Did she pack the DD wig? Does anybody know?
Did she pack the DD? Oh, we don't know. I don't think.
I don't think so. I think she's just got the purple merkin.
She should
Bigfoot's
have.
purple merkin.
Right? She should have packed the DD rig. That would have been epic.
We haven't seen, we don't know if we don't see. So there you go.
True.
Well, karaoke should be good because she's such a good singer, don't you know?
I missed it. Did she ever get to the club? I know that was ages ago, but I didn't.
No, did she pump? What? No, she didn't. No, she's.
Wait, hold
I
on.
figured she. Oh, go ahead, Ray.
I cut out and I just came back. Did Natural Ginger, did you say no? I don't think she did pump or something. That's all I came back to. And I'm like, what the heck are we talking about now?
Well, that's just a non-sweary way of saying no. Did she fuck? As a no, she didn't go to the club. Did she pump? That's what we always used to say that to the children. Never mind. No, I don't think she. Well, she. Is this her last night tonight? Or is it Monday?
No, Monday it would be the last day because Tuesday it suggests that she's leaving in the morning.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Well, she better get her skates on and.
Yeah, wrap it up while yeah.
Okay, now that you brought up when is she going back, I called her in something. I don't know if it was today or yesterday or God knows when it was, because they're all running together. But she said something about, well, when I get to the airport in Ottawa, I've got to get a taxi. And then she said, like, not 5 minutes later, she said, well, my car's at the airport. And I thought she had taken a taxi to the airport and would get a taxi home. So that just, I don't know if she knows what she's talking about. I don't know any of that. But I caught that and I just thought that's just strange. It's either there, it's not. Did you take it or you didn't? And whatever.
Yeah, I think there was some different stories being told, because my thought is that maybe she was planning on driving, because she hates doing taxis, she hates doing Ubers. She was planning on driving and keeping the car there the whole time, but she was so messed up and so on edibles and she was smoking and everything just hours before her flight. So like she knew people were going to give her a hard time about being that messed up and driving, as they should. It's crazy. But to avoid that, she's like, oh, I'm going to take a taxi, I'm going to take an Uber. But then like the truth slips out here and there. I think that's probably what it is.
Well, honestly, the whole thing, like, altogether, to me, was just confusing altogether. She was gonna fly out of Montreal, right? And then she ended up flying out of Ontario. I don't remember these things well. And then, she was gonna leave her car at the airport, and then she was gonna take a taxi. Who knows what actually happened? Like, who knows? Besides Chantal, because she's the one who did it. But yeah.
Yeah, either way, we're probably in for another rage stream when she gets back and she complains about the trip back to Ottawa and how miserable it was the whole time.
Oh, I hope so. I really do. I love seeing her miserable. Does that make me a bad person?
I completely understand.
No, Natural Ginger, it does not, because she makes her own self that way. So we're just observers, scientific observers.
Well, I had to go away and have a word with myself the other day. I think it was, I might have said it on a few lives, panels a few days ago. I was really, really triggered by her with everything she was saying. I couldn't look at her, even though I was just modding on Monty's channel. I wasn't actually watching I was just watching the chat, because everything she was doing was driving me mad, and I felt so frustrated and then I was thinking, what are you doing, woman? Get a grip. Do not be so invested in it all. So I'm feeling a little bit better about myself when it comes to the situation. But I'm sure we've all felt that. You think, my God, what am I doing? And I can't talk to anybody here about it, because all you lot here are my secret pastime that nobody knows about.
Yeah, same. I can't. Yeah, I can't talk to anybody about it either.
Really?
That's why,
We're
that's why
secret.
Yeah, you're my
secret.
dirty little secret, Monty.
I've never been anybody's dirty secret. This is fun. Sorry,
This
Ginger.
is my little special bit for me. I've got a lot going on in my life, and I give myself away to lots of areas of it. But this is my little bit. That's why I spend so much time here, and that's why I disappear as well, without any warning, and then come back. But yeah, this is definitely my thing. It's my stories. I like my stories on the internet.
Absolutely. To me, this is what soap operas used to be.
It's much
Only
better.
better. Only we can talk about them. See, that's what's good. If we could have had like chats when The Young and the Restless, well, I guess it's still on, but like when what is it? The Guy Light was on, that would have been so much fun. If we could have had like chats like this, that would have been so much fun. But we didn't. So now we do. And this is so much fun. Yeah.
It is, yeah. It's so much different from. I know when I was a teenager in the 80s, this sort of thing was never even dreamed of. It just wasn't. I'm glad it wasn't like that, actually, because I would have got myself into a hell of a lot of trouble on social media in those days.
Oh, Natural Ginger, I'm so right there with you. I'm an 80s teenager as well, graduated in 81. Yeah, this would not have been good. No,
So now, I feel in a good position now to be doing this at my age, where I know myself, and I go too far sometimes. I go too far, but that's the younger me kicking back in, That I'll. But yes, she was triggering me, and I had a word with myself, and I feel a bit better about it now.
Yeah, I know what you mean, Natural Ginger. I try not to get too involved or too engaged, and for the most part, it's just stories, right? But I mean, I did feel something that day when she got her original channel back, and I could feel myself. I was like, how is this possible? There's no justice in the world. How is this possible that she could just keep getting away with all these things? And it's just over and over and over. And but you got to step back and just be like, all right, you know what, this is just something that I'm watching. It's just stories. It's not my life. I don't care, and to be honest, I wouldn't want her life, and it's like you got to remember that. And it's just like she's gonna be miserable, and she is miserable a lot of times, and even though she has all these things, and it's I don't know, it's just you just take a step back, I guess. That's what I try to do.
Yeah, you're right. It's important too. It really is. It really is important. But getting her channel back, that really ground my gears in the past tense for a short time. But I just let it go. I was just okay. It's just more things to laugh at.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, in the end, it just gives us more content to watch, and at least she's not gonna have to go on some, I don't know if they have like welfare in Canada or how that works, but at least she's not going to be the burden of the taxpayers, that type of thing. At least she's gonna be making her own money, I guess. Like that's some way I look at it.
Very true.
okay. But she is the burden of the taxpayers because she doesn't pay her taxes.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
I was just gonna say, I keep cutting out, and I don't really think I have anything else to say, and I'm tired. I need coffee. I'm probably gonna pass out.
All right.
So I'm gonna head out, everyone. It was great being on panel with you all again.
Thanks, Ray.
Bye, Ray.
Love you, Ray.
Bye.
Thank you.
Love
Bye,
you
Ray.
guys.
Enjoy your coffee.
Yeah, I think this might be a good time to start wrapping it up, because the closer we inch to 5:30 is when she likes to come on, because dinner is at 6. So, she's going to be hungry. and we're gonna see what the shit show will be with Luis. But I think Luis might still be at the snack bar. Then there's gonna be Renier, however you want to pronounce it. So let's wrap it up. I guess clockwise as usual. Ariana,
When's supper?
6 in about
I'm just
40 minutes.
just kidding. When's supper? I'm just making fun of her. Yeah, it's been interesting. Like you can sort of see the nights. The nights have been like the ragey parts. And I think she has, as we know, she has like 3 main like coping or addictions, and then coping mechanisms, and like that's like the edibles, food, and then also she's very addicted to attention. And so when at night, when she doesn't have those 2, like the edibles and then the food, I mean, I don't know why she doesn't just go down to the snack bar, but she doesn't. When she doesn't have those, she just goes on live, and that's her, how she gets her fix, sort of say. And that's where we get all these rages from. And it's been entertaining to watch, for sure. And I'm glad to be back, and I'm glad to be feeling better, so I can enjoy this with you all. And I appreciate being on panel, Monty. Thank you.
Thank you,
You're very
Ariana.
welcome. Hippie, go ahead.
Okay. I'm going to be really upset if she does not smoke a cigar, because I don't smoke anything.
Mm-hmm.
And if I got to go to Cuba, I would make sure my husband got a cigar so I could at least have a couple of puffs. And the fact that she just hasn't even gotten one, I mean, I know that's the least of all the problems, the things that she could have done while she was there, but they have them in the gift shop. Go get a friggin' Cuban cigar, go out on the beach and smoke the thing. I mean,
Yeah.
come on, you're in Cuba. That's all I have to say. Thank you,
Thank you,
everybody.
Hippie. Bye.
Bye.
Well, I will just say about the cigar thing. They come in some beautiful boxes that once you're finished with the cigars, you could keep keepsakes. Are brilliant. It's something Cuban, and it's made by Cuban citizens, and so give money back to them where you can. Okay, yes, it's a resort shop, but try and do some rather than something. I don't know. Just do that, but I don't know whether she will or not. I'm not sure. So yes, we shall see what happens today. I'm very pleased to be on the panel with the chat and the audience, the silent lurkers out there. Shout out to you and you, Monty. I work for MI5 and I'm on special Black Ops next week, so I might not be around as much. I'm going on an adventure, so
We'll
I
miss
shall
you.
see you then. Okay.
Yes, see you then, Natural Ginger. Take care. Have a
Bye-bye.
great one. Thanks everybody, Ray, Ariana, Happy Easter, and Natural Ginger once more. Smash the like button if you haven't. I'd really appreciate that. And yeah, let miss that. Catch up on the next stream. We shall see what happens for dinner time, because something's gonna happen. But thanks, Andrea. Thanks everybody. Dwight Cookie, Poppy Breath, Jenna T, Clark E, EP, as that Amber Chick, Lori K, Bell Loves J, Pussycat, Kidney J, Clark E, and everybody else. Thank you so much. This was another Monty After Dark. I'll see you another time. Bye bye.